Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Dahlia Afrina binti Saliman and my matric number is 2022-70724.
And my name is dahlia&syafiqah binti Razmi. My matric number is 2022-893-572. We would like to review a speech video for our case study report entitled Everything Happens for a Reason by Kate Bowler.
Have you ever experienced sadness because something bad happened in your life, but now you're thankful for that? Relating to the video with title Everything Happens for a Reason, speak by Kate Bowler, 35 years old, on 3 July 2019.
She began by describing a scenario in her life where all the problems start.
She began by telling an interesting story about how she given terrible news that completely changed the course of her life.
But a few months before, I'd started feeling pain in my stomach and had gone to every expert to find out why. No one could tell me. And then, out of the blue, some physician's assistant called me at work to tell me that I had stage 4 cancer and that I was going to need to come to the hospital right away.
The speaker begins by introducing the topic of her talk by describing how receiving a stage 4 colon cancer diagnosis at the young age of 35 tests her faith and pushed her to face the adage that everything happens for a reason.
In order to give a sample of her speech substance, the speaker explained how she intends to examine the limitation of the prosperity gospel and provide guidance on how we might embrace life uncertainties. From Kate Bowler's talk, we got 3 main points from her speech, which is coping with the diagnosis. In her talk, Kate Bowler describes how she first tried to understand her diagnosis in the context of the prosperity gospel, which ultimately left her feeling confused and helpless. Then, she went to her husband, family, and friends for help. Then, what Bowler found is comfort of their love and empathy.
The second main point is finding meaning. Bowler discussed how she has come to realize that everything happens for a reason, but not in the way she originally thought. She learned to see her illness as an opportunity to live more fully in the present, appreciating the love of her family and friends. Further, develop empathy for others who suffer rather than as a punishment of test of her faith.
The third main point is accepting the fact. Bowler emphasized that even if we may never fully understand why bad things happen, we have control over how we respond to them. Either we can cling to our preconceived notions and try to make sense of the world, or we can accept the complexity and ambiguity of life and find meaning from the truth itself.
How speaker organized her speech is based on a chronological order. She starting with her background and upbringing. The speaker moved on to her diagnosis, dealing with her diagnosis, and finally discovering meaning in her disease. Because of the way the story is set up, the audience can track Bowler's journey and growth as she goes through her experience. Bowler is able to deliver a potent message about the nature of suffering and the value of empathy and compassion by sharing her tale in this way.
Interestingly, however, the main conclusion of the video are she using crescendo ending, which is she put the speech to a zenith power and intensity. She delivered the content using cheery voice and sometimes she make audience laugh. Her story is not typical cliche content. Besides, she not doing too much body movement, so that the audience are not getting bored with her speech.
From our personal opinion, speech video like this should be replicated and expanded from various age groups. This is due to the fact that it might open the audience perspective about life in general. For instance, Kate Bowler shared her personal struggles and the impact of her diagnosis. which let the audience identify with her. Additionally, by using this strategy, the audience will be able to understand the message and feel empathy.
Last but not least, we believe that Kate Boller presented her speech with genuine sincerity, causing the audience to experience some of her feeling as well. Besides, she also used a lot of inspiring words in her speech. That's all from our speech review.